It's finally time to end my fishing training for a little while, teleport away these urns, and oh my goodness, look at that, 90 fishing. Let's just say I've been fishing for a long time. I'm very, very glad to get that over. I can now fish rocktail, which is not what I was going for. I was going for 90 fishing for the whaler. I have him unlocked now, and man, it's so good to get that over. It's now time to start on the cooking grind. I want to get up to 90 cooking so that I can finish off a couple of the elite task sets. But before I do that, I have 118 prawn balls to open, so I'll open them all and hopefully get a golden fish egg. Wow, I actually got not only one, but two mystery eggs. In my defense, though, I had opened up many, probably multiple hundred prawn balls before this, and I had not yet received eggs. So I got golden shark eggs, which is awesome, because sharks are probably the worst thing to fish out of all the fish that you can get eggs from. And rainbow fish eggs, so two really annoying fish. I got their eggs without even having to work on them, so that's great to get those out of the way. You know, since I just got finished with all of that fishing, the next logical step is to do cooking. And the cool thing with cooking is we're going to get a level here, which is, I guess, a milestone level, which is why I'm recording it, 85 cooking. And this is a bit more impressive than cooking on a main account, because on main accounts, one of the easiest skills in the game, right? But on this type of Ironman, you have to get all your own fish, which is easier said than done. So cooking is actually a difficult skill. But the reason why I want to do cooking is if we go to achievements here, and there's 2 achievement diaries I can complete with doing some cooking. First of all, the Arty achievement diary, I have 3 things locked, and 4 tasks locked, and 3 of these 4 tasks I can already boost for with my current levels, but there's one that I need 93 cooking for, so I'm working towards 90, and then I could probably boost for that. It will also unlock a new adventure in ports, and then for Falador, all I need is the 90 cooking, and I can do this one as well. This one just requires a quest here. So I will be able to do 2 elite diaries as soon as I get 90 cooking, and then I'll boost, and a new adventure in ports. It's going to be awesome when I finally get that unlocked. This kind of caught me by surprise, but a quick ports update. I just discovered the Bowl region, and I can now seek Jade, which if we go by the resources, Jade is the resource before Stainless Steel, and Stainless Steel is really the region where you can get your armor done. So I have 13 lacquers so far. In terms of how close I am to discovering the armor scrolls, I have 3 out of 4 for the Death Lotus chestplate, and I'm going to be working on the Death Lotus chaps next. I have all the levels needed to get the lacquer and also to make the armor, so I really just need to get the missions and get those scroll pieces. But 13 lacquers so far, and I think it's 100 to make the Death Lotus body, so I'm slowly but surely working on that. Okay, after days of cooking, we're about done with it. I'm even cooking sweet corn because I used up all of the raw fish that I had in my bank, and I just barely had enough, and we got 90 cooking done. So that unlocks the ability to get the new adventure in ports. I forget what his name is, but there is a 90 cooking adventure in ports. So that's going to help out with getting new story missions and all. And just to look at my bank here, I cooked a ton of fish. Pretty much everything you see here I cooked to get to 90 cooking, as well as a whole bunch of lobsters and tuna, which I'm not sure what I'm going to do with them because they don't heal enough to hold on to, so they're not very useful. And I have nothing left in my bank to cook at all. I just have rocktails, which I'm going to have to boost for to cook. You can't make them at 90, and strawberries, which you can't cook on a fire. So I went through everything that I had, but I finally got 90 cooking, and that's awesome. Alright, I'm about to finish up a task here. I had to do it for the Falador tasks, and as you can see, I have everything ready to do, so I can get myself a Falador Shield 4. I have the stats for everything now, which is awesome. But I finished up this quest. You don't have to finish the quest to finish the Falador tasks, but you have to do most of the quest anyway, so I figured I might as well. Ratcatchers is done. I have a few more quests I have to do to complete the full Arty set, though, so I'm going to be questing for a little bit longer, but now I can do everything in Falador, which is sweet. I'm about to finish the Enlightened Journey quest here, which is going to allow me balloon transportation. Main reason I'm doing it is because I need to do it for the Arty tasks. So I'm going to have to unlock the Castle Wars route. I'm not sure how to do that. I'll Google it, but another quest done. This was a really short one. I was dreading this quest because gathering willow branches was a pain, but after that was finished, this quest was really quick and way easier than I expected. I'm about to finish off another quest here. This one is Meeting History. I had to do it for the Arty tasks, and I was surprised how quick this quest was. It only took about, I don't know, 10 minutes or so. Really quick quest. So that's nice to get out of the way. And also, if we look at the quest list here, I only have 25 quests left. And the majority of these quests are like intermediate and novice ones that might not take too long. So who knows, this quest cape may happen someday. But unfortunately, the only quest that I have left to do is going to take a while, and that is the Watchtower Quest. And as soon as I get this one done, though, I have all the quest requirements done for the task set, and I can finish those off. Okay, I think I'm ready to complete the Watchtower Quest, and just pull the lever here and it should complete. This is supposed to be one of the longer quests in the game, but honestly it really wasn't that bad. 15k magic XP, and I now get the Watchtower teleport scroll, which is what I needed for the Artie task. So if we take a look now, everything's unlocked. I can do all the tasks, so I'm going to start working on these now and get my Artie cape finished. I'm about to finish up the Artie tasks, which is just crazy to think about, but I'm about to get my Artie cape 4, so I finish off the Wild Jain Vine here. This is the last task that I need, and after a lot of questing, a lot of skilling, all the tasks in the Artie set, every single one is complete, including the elite tasks. So it's time to get that cape and some really generous XP lamps as well, and man, that looks awesome. Time to get my elite cape and all of those amazing XP lamps as well. I think you can claim both the heart and the elite rewards from this one guy. So there's the Artie Cape 3, which is a pretty good cape in its own right. But we can continue and get the Artie Cloak 4. And there we go. There it is. So it looks pretty cool. My 80s cape looks pretty cool as well. I probably will not wear this one a whole lot other than for farm runs. The stats are okay, but they're not really blow you away stats either. And I think these lamps are pretty good. 50,000 Herblore XP per lamp. Yeah, that's pretty good. That's pretty much an entire day of doing jacket trades, or and a little bit more on top of that. So that's going to get me closer and closer to 94, which just makes boosting to make overloads that much easier. And I will continue to get some more XP lamps in just a second when we finish off some more tasks. But there's that completed, so I now get unlimited teleports to the Artie farming patch, which is really good for herb runs, just saves a couple minutes of walking. It's time to finish up another task set. We used the Scarecrow on here. I think this is how this works. And we did all the tasks in the Falador set. This is my last one I needed for medium or something like that. But I'm going to go claim all my rewards for that. And Falador is complete as well, including all the elite. These tasks do not count. I'm not really sure why they're in the task set at all. But you don't have to do them for Falador. And let's go get that Falador Shield 4. Alright, now it's time to claim the big rewards from the Squire. So we're going to talk about the task system here. All the hard tasks. There's the Falador Shield 3. Gives a small boost to farming XP in the Falador area. Not a whole lot else that's useful, but I was mainly after these XP lamps, to be honest. Lots and lots and lots of Herblore XP. So this is going to be nice. A couple 50Ks, a couple 30Ks, and I think that's about it for the big XP lamps, but only 156k XP to go to the next level, so that one shouldn't take too long. And speaking of the other task systems, I'm pretty close to completing a couple of them. With the Varrock one, I can boost for this task. I can boost for this one. This one, I need 92 fire making, and it's not boostable. So that would be 12 fire making levels, and then I can do Varrock, though, after just those 12 fire making levels. That's really all I need. And then for Karamja, I need 91 rune crafting. That task is boostable, but I want to get 90 rune crafting anyway for player-owned ports. So this one is the one that I'm seriously considering going for next, because to get the Sea Singers, I need 90 RC. I really want Sea Singers, so why not get that and also finish the Karamja task? And these two that are locked just require a quest, I believe. But we got 2 elite task sets done today. I think that's a really good haul for one day, so we'll worry about the rest of those task sets later. Okay, guys, well, I said I would go for an Araxxor kill in the last episode of Ironman, and I ended up doing that. I'm a man of my word, so I decided to go to Araxxor and try it out. And there's a few issues with that I need to address. We'll just see my first Araxxor attempt going on in the background here, and whether or not I will get the kill remains to be seen. But a few things that need to be addressed. For one, my gear at the moment for Araxxor is not ideal, and the reason for that is because my best armor that I have for range right now is War Priest. I could use magic and be in Ganodermic, which has slightly better armor bonuses, but not by a whole lot. So I really am working with some non-ideal armor at all. And this is the main thing that's probably going to keep me from being able to kill Araxxor many times per day or consistently, is just the fact that War Priest armor is not very good in terms of how much defense it gives. So, one thing that I wanted to ask about is I might want to just hold off on PVM. Or I might want to do other bosses other than Araxxor in preparation for killing Araxxor when I do get the armor. And I also have 2 decisions to go with how to upgrade the armor. For one, I can wait, and with player on ports, I will eventually get an armor upgrade through the Death Lotus armor. That will take about a month to a month and a half to obtain, probably more along the lines of a month and a half. It does depend on your luck with the story missions, how often you get them, and how often it takes you to complete all the scrolls for Death Lotus. But I should be able to get that done eventually. Or the other alternative is getting Serenic armor, and this would probably come through camping Rorari. So those are the 2 things that I can go with. Serenic armor would be slightly faster to get, but I think the Death Lotus armor would be ideal because it has better defense and HP bonus. And with the Ironman account, you really want better defense because saving brews is a really good thing to do because brews are not that easy to obtain. You pretty much have to camp QBD to get them, and it's not that fast to obtain brews. So the more brews I can save, the better, and that's why I would prefer getting the Death Lotus armor, but it would take a long time to get. So the main thing that I wanted to ask about is, in the meantime, what should I do until I get to the point where I can upgrade my armor and start to camp Araxxor? I have 2 suggestions. Like, one thing, I can skill towards that max cape. I do want to get that max cape one day. I'm also going to be continuing to skill while I have AFK time, doing fire making and stuff for like the Varrock task set. I want to complete that, and also doing rune crafting for the Karamja task set. So those 2 are things that I will be working on, but I might want to actually focus on getting Maxcape on this account now that I think about it, just because I really enjoy skilling quite a bit, especially skills that are AFK, and it goes in really well with having a lot of homework lately to work on. So I might want to do that, and I might want to kill lower level bosses like QBD, for example, and store up supplies, get more Torstals for overloads, get more Ceridome and Brews for killing Araxxor in the future once I get my armor upgraded. So those are a couple of suggestions. Just let me know what you think, whether you think it would be more fun to watch me getting levels, working towards a max cape, or going for killing bosses, lower level bosses, non-Araxxor bosses, for supplies, God Wars Dungeon armor, stuff like that. Because I know that a lot of other higher level Ironmen are doing Araxxor right now, so if you're watching other Ironman series on YouTube, it might be fun to watch something other than Araxxor or PVM, which most of the higher level Ironmen that I know of at the moment at least are doing a lot of PVM. But we are coming in on the end of this kill now, and it's a bit anticlimactic, I know, but I was running really short on food. I'm going to try to blame that on the War Priest armor. I was taking a ton of damage, and also I just need more practice with prayer switching. I have not killed Araxxor with range since around its release, so it's been almost a year since the last time I ranged Araxxor. I typically have been meleeing, because it's just nice you don't have to prayer switch that way. So I'm going to have to get used to Araxxor with ranging. I'll probably try a couple more kills when the 2-3 path opens, but with this current armor, I just use so many supplies with the minions out because they hit so hard. I don't think it's worth Araxxoring or trying to go for path 1 as things currently stand. But I will slowly chip away on this boss and try to build up supplies through other bosses as well. And hopefully one of these days we will get an Araxxor stick. So this is what we're going to leave off with stats-wise. I'm up to 2315 total, which I think is awesome, and 333 quest points, which is also awesome because that number is the same all the way through. But anyway, just let me know what you think about potentially making this a bit of a road to the max cape format where I record all the levels I get and progress towards getting the max cape someday in the future, because as I continue to progress on this account and it becomes easier and easier to skill with the higher levels, skills are just faster to train, max cape becomes more and more realistic. There's a couple skills that would be doozies like construction and smithing, but they're definitely possible, and I could definitely see myself getting that cape one day, maybe in a year or something like that. But the main thing is I just need something to record, so I need to know whether you guys would rather see me do PVM, like killing God Wars dungeon bosses, Queen Black Dragon, stuff like that, or whether you would rather see me skilling. I'll be doing some skilling regardless, but this will just determine the main focus of the account until we get either Sirenic or Death Lotus. But anyway, that's all for me. Thank you guys for watching. I will see you next time. Farewell.